I believe in free speech, but people should behave themselves. I believe in free speech, but we shouldn't upset anybody. I believe in free speech, but let's not go too far. The point about it is the moment you limit free speech, it's not free speech. The point about it is that it's free.
Well said, and we'd like the Pope to actually watch that 1,000 times and then say sorry about what he said. Let's move on. Salman Rushdie, a great man and a very brave man too. And speaking of brave men and great men, Mark Steyn, his latest book, The Undocumented Mark Steyn, buy hundreds of copies right now, because if you don't, we'll find out. And I don't think it means that he's undocumented. He still has his passport, but for how long? Who knows? It's a changing world. Rushdie was, I suppose, the first international victim. He was so well known when he was attacked and threatened with death for merely writing a novel. At that time, there were many people, it was some years ago now, who said, well, he should have known better. He shouldn't have provoked people. We still haven't learnt the lesson, have we?
No, and he's absolutely right when he says, all those fellas, I'm in favour of free speech, but I'm in favour of free speech, but I'm in favour. I've heard all the buts since I got into trouble with the Human Rights Commissions here a few years back. And the point is that free speech is the stuff after the but. It's for the stuff that's insensitive. It's the stuff that's offensive. It's the stuff that you think is revolting. You don't need free speech for the Barney the dinosaur approved, regulated opinions within polite bands. Things changed. I mean, it's amazing to me, for example, in the United States, south of the border, where gay groups beat up on Billy Crystal for saying something the other day. Once upon a time, it was because everybody thought the gay stuff was after the but that moved the meter on that. It was because the race stuff was after the but. It was because the women's rights stuff was after the but. It's if you can't say the stuff that's after the but, as Salman Rushdie puts it, then there is no free speech. And it's important because if you can't say it, all you can do is, like the crazies in Paris, is get out your scimitar and shout Allahu Akbar and start chopping heads off. Free speech is the alternative to Allahu Akbar and chopping people's heads off. The lines on which they're prepared to shrivel free speech get longer and longer and longer.